Good evening, folks. How are we? A sound alert did not work. That is disappointing. Why? Why would it not work? Because that's the way we roll.
Sounds suitable for an anniversary episode.
Yes, technical problems.
Did it work again?
Greg don't know what he's doing.
It worked! Welcome to Wobbly Player Syndrome, the 40k podcast that has been going on for 5 years. This is episode number 60. It's simply called... Oh, I forgot it. It's simply called...
I don't know what it is.
Why are they letting us do this?
He's running this.
It's our birthday.
Thanks for the memories.
Everyone watching that would see that it come up. It's my birthday and a nice little jingle. Woo-woo! It was exciting.
So we're organised as ever.
It's
Quality
great.
party.
Business as usual.
I don't know.
I did have another one, but
it's,
there we go.
It's out birthday.
There you go. There's the sound like going off as well. So, welcome. Now that we've got through the technical issues that we've been, refining after 60 episodes, we're getting really good at technical issues now. We're amateur technical issues.
We have different ones every month.
Every one, yes. But
Yep,
this is...
so good we like to experience them.
Yes, it is our birthday. It is our 60th episode, which means we have been rambling for 5 years. I'd like to say we've improved over 5 years.
No one has stopped us.
No, it's stopped us. I'm very excited this episode. It's going to be very self-indulgent, folks. You've been warned, but we're worth it. Stay with us, please. And with us to celebrate our birthday, we have only one other person who was from our first episode. That's Safe for Work, Mark.
Hey, everybody.
We've got not Safe for Work, Mark.
Hello, everyone from Deepest Darkest Bathurst.
And we've got Adam, of course, who's always looking like he's in the lounge and should have a smoking robe on or something like that.
And
We should get you one of those.
Yeah, I think so.
yes.
We'll have to get a Wobbly Player Syndrome smoking robe.
Yes, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Yeah, sounds fun.
it does. It does.
You're all jealous. Jesus, come.
Baldas, thank you very much for the resub. Why are you not here celebrating our birthday?
Slack old man.
I better do mine as well then. There you go.
We're waiting for that. Waiting for the old man. Woof. Thank you very much, Prana Hill, for your subscription. Look at that. Thank you very much, folks. It does help support this podcast. We do have some costs, so getting any sort of help with that always is wonderful and welcomed. You'll see in the top left-hand corner that you can actually subscribe directly to Wobbly Player Syndrome. So you're already off to a good start. I was trying to press this button to say you can actually support the show directly through the website for the where we are hosted, and that is Buzzsprout. And that is the link, and you can support monthly. There's no commitment. You can do it a month or just to take the buttons off him. I agree, Joker. Who lets me have the control? Welcome, Joker.
Who gets him?
Another person who's been with
He
us
doesn't give us
for a
control.
very long time, enjoying the show, no doubt. But we are missing one important person who does carry us through the first entry. It lets me shut up so other people can talk. We don't have Radio Mike. Unfortunately, his Radio Mike throat voice is on the blitz. That's the technical issue he's suffering. So
There will be no dulcet tones.
no, and we're all panicking about not that we're missing him so much, but how are we going to sign off? That's the panic.
They went to do a squeal and run away with their hands in the air.
It's going to be interesting.
You just do a Zoidberg.
Or just go, and good night, back off.
Yeah.
And screw you all.
No, if I'm pressing buttons, I'll just accidentally explode something. It'd be great. So, fortunately, we have had someone who decided to step up and take the role for the new releases, and that's mainly because they looked at the message. So, safe for work, Mark. You can take it away with the new releases.
All right, so new releases, courtesy of Radio Mike in his absence. We've got a whole bunch of Kill Team stuff. There's
Move on.
Soul Shackle and Kazakhstan, a whole bunch of stuff that it actually looks semi-decent. Anyway, there's Boarding Actions Void War Bases that's come out. I haven't heard of that personally, but it sounds kind of funky. We have Sky Hunter Squadron for Horus Heresy, Salamanders Mark 6 upgrades, Word Bearers Mark 6 upgrades.
So I think all chapters are now out for the upgrades in Heresy. The Salamander ones do look cool, and if I was doing more Salamanders, I probably would have got them. But yeah, get to the 40k stuff.
I'm at the 40k stuff. So we've got Arcs of Omen, Angron. Yes. Collector's and Standard Edition has come out. And underneath that, he's gone Angron, Demon, Primarch of Khorne. Okay, so I'm guessing one is the book and one is the actual model.
Yes, the first
and then,
Arc Omen is called Angron.
And then we've got Codex World Eaters, which is finally dropped in Collector's and Standard. We have Lord Invocatus, the Khorne Lord on Juggernaut, which I did see the model for that, and it did look pretty sweet. Yep. Exalted 8-bound, Khorne Berserkers, Jackals, World Eaters Dice have come out. I think, didn't you have a
I was going to say, maybe we should have given the new releases to Adam, because I think he's picked them all up.
He's probably
I've got all the World Eater stuff sitting in front of me.
Yeah, we got data cards for World Eaters. We got
show and tell.
Yeah,
the Battlefleet Battle Force dropped, and we got Boarding Patrol Space Marines. So,
we also had the week before was the Astra Militarum with its official release. So the book.
Yeah, how many months ago was it after the other bit came out for it?
They do a soft release. It's like an opening before the opening.
Yeah. But it does mean that finally the app can be updated to reflect that, because they didn't update that until the actual codex was released.
So now do you have to buy the book and scan the QR code off the book?
Yeah, you can actually put the code in now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you couldn't have done it before. It's so silly. But anyway.
I tried with the sloth release and it goes, no, cannot be done. Nope, can be done. I went, what? Yes, that's right.
It's so special.
So you had to do manual math, so I think he brought 4 models and it still added up to 2,000 points. With your own maths. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
He's probably shortchanged himself there.
Yeah. How did you fit 15 tanks under a 1,500 point battle? Oh, I used my math.
Oh no, I was just using power level.
It works.
Isn't power points?
I used Notepad in dark mode.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You probably should explain that. Entertained us for about 10 minutes.
But,
I do believe we should record the pre-podcast and then have some patrons come and listen to us before we actually look like professionals.
Yeah. I don't know. We might actually sound more professional. But there's also some Black Library releases. So you got Angron, the Red Angel, and there's Renegades of the Long War, Unholy, Tales of Horror and Woe from the Imperium, Blackhearts, the Omnibus, and so that's the books. And then there's Made to Order Classic Commissars for all your bolt round to the back of the headness.
And you could pre-order Made to Order old Jarek.
Yes, I did see that, which I think is hilarious because I saw when Yarrick was discontinued from the book and taken offline, people who had the models Yarrick were putting on eBay for a ridiculous amount of money. I'm going, I don't want to laugh at all the people who bought it at that ridiculous amount of money when you could just now Made to Order.
Yeah, because GW went, hey, there's money here. Let's dust off that old.
So a lot's come out since the last episode is the short version.
Yeah. Tons of stuff.
Yeah, tons of stuff, which is exciting. World Eaters is one that I was looking forward to. Watch a few battle reports. We're waiting for Adam to put all his stuff together that he got picked up yesterday. Come on, mate.
It's been about time. Khorne has needed some love.
Yeah, I always thought that the factions of the Chaos Marines always need their own little supplement, so I was excited to see that. Look, Death Guy got theirs, Thousand Sons got theirs, now World Eaters. I do want to see an Emperor's Children, which I think was one of the ones we thought might happen because we thought that Fulgrim was going to come out. But,
Yeah, they faked us out pretty good on that one.
yeah, but he's rumored to
It'd be good.
Yeah. He's the
Well,
rumored
there'll be another army for me then, because then I'll just go to get Death Guard and Thousand Sons, which I'll have then all
You've got Death Guard.
Chaos.
But Slanesh has always
I've got
been a
paint
hard
them.
sell for a broader audience, shall we say.
And we could be... Sorry, I missed that. Sorry, Mark.
So, Slanesh has always been a harder sell for a broader audience because it wasn't exactly family friendly.
That is now. They're all dressed.
Mm-hmm.
It's about excess, not about nudity.
They all got
The
clothes.
boobies are no longer out.
Yes. True.
Yeah, but there's still an image issue there.
And we could say we've all got Alpha Legion ones because we don't know. So, moving on.
I'm just going to add something to counter Mike's opinion from the last podcast. Yes, some of us do give a fuck about Age of Sigmar. Shut your mouth there, Mike. Oh, I did hear that, and I cursed at you very fucking loudly. Fucking prick. Enjoy your sore throat.
It's not a sore throat. It's actually been throat punched, hasn't he?
Yeah. Bastard. Love you, Mike. You're a great bloke, but fuck your opinion. We've got a couple of new forces, some vanguards for some gits, and some chaos, and that's about it for the big releases. It's just a lot of Chaos Warriors, Chaos Chosen, but the big one is the new General's Handbook, so the new points and battle rules for 2022-23 has been dropped, and it's a bit of new stuff to make it more challenging for us. So for those more refined of us who enjoy AOS, there you go.
The more refined who
does
just
look
said
good
fuck
on the
off.
Slave of Darkness, I must
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
The Slaves of Darkness do look
They look
nice.
very nice. Yeah, you could have fun. Even if you converted them over to 40k, you could quite easily fit them in, I think.
So with the new General's Handbook for Age of Sigmar, did they just cross it out, put 10th edition?
No, that's not 40k. They're not as bad yet. Give them a chance.
Very good. All right, let's move on to some hobby progress, yeah? And Adam,
Yeah,
you're up first.
I've been very lazy. Very, very lazy. I think I've only got Custodies on Bikes done.
You
and
do?
that's the only thing I managed to complete in January. I'm hoping to have some more done in February.
I think you titled the picture, I'm finally back to painting or something like that.
Yes, and as you can see, there is paints behind there.
Yes.
And yeah, I started painting my Lord of the World Eater's Lord on these Juggernauts, so I've started that.
Yeah.
So here's my next model. I'm looking at my pile of shame in my cupboard, which is still half finished.
I was
So,
just
yeah,
thinking that. So you got your Custodians, which is the new army you picked up. You've got the Astra Militarum, which is the new army you picked up, and now you got World Eaters.
Well, no, Astra Militarum my new army.
Just
I've
a new
just got
book.
all of the Astra Militarum.
Yeah.
Ursula Creed and all them.
Three
and
armies on
the
the
World
run.
Eaters. Absolutely. Plus
I
also
thought-
all my Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah.
So 4.
Four armies trying to paint them all. Why wouldn't you try? I've been trying to finish up some salamanders. I got my aggressors. I posted this up. They're done! And then realised I didn't put the bloody decals on the shelves. But, son of a monkey! And I've been doing...
Because that's kind of what happens. You go, yes, I'm done. Oh crap, I missed this, and this, and this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what stopped me from putting some progress up for some more AOS stuff. I thought, I finished it, then looked at the bases, like, oh, fuck, haven't even touched the bases.
Yeah. I've just... For the Thousand Sons Occult Terminators, I'm just finishing off the staff and they'll be done. Then I realise, I don't have decals on them either. Awesome.
And this is where your pro tip is, whenever you think you're done, take some photos and then look at the photos.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
there's
decide
what you
whether
missed.
or not you should put them up. Don't just go photo straight to Facebook post or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I would never do that. Son of a
Done that.
bitch. Quickly, Michael has been building more Votan. That's for his assembly stage. So he might not be here physically, but look at his plastic minis that he's done. Oh, aren't they cute? And again, Anthony is not here either, but he has been working on some stuff with Phobos Librarian. I like the eye thing that he's done there. and the Gravis captain, and I think there's also I don't know. He's not here. He'll have to tell us in chat the Dante conversion that he's done. He's finished that.
I love his commitment to jetpacks for everyone.
Yeah.
You get a jetpack.
Yeah,
you get a jetpack.
So
you
that's
get
a
a jetpack.
conversion that he started, and that has come out quite nice indeed. I don't know what that is, but he will fill us in chat, no doubt. Gave him enough time. He's moving on. Right.
He's an old man. He's probably asleep.
Yeah, he did say he's sleepy in the chat. So there you go. So that was the hobby progress. Nothing from the two marks, but saying that, one of the marks did get out to play his 40k game. Not just one 40k game, but two. But first, I'm going to talk about something else. So there's been a couple of games again. Anthony has a game on last Friday. That was his Blood Angels versus Harlequins. Harlequins won. I forgot. I did forget. The battle report was written up, but only in the private chat. We'll move that over to a public website so you can read all about the slaughtering of the Blood Angels. I think it was a test run for the 1,000-point mini tourney that we played on the Sunday. But there's some pictures there for you. I did also have a game against Harlequins, but my Salamanders. I had a very different list that I would normally do, and I was very pleased that I slaughtered them. Slaughtered them good. I think it was a table league. We'll go yes, he can't argue with me. Yeah. The Flamers and the Flamers from the Aggressors. I need more Aggressors. I know I said I'm not building in more Salamanders, but I need more Aggressors. 5 was not enough. There must be 10. But the big one, we did have a mini tourney, which was 1,000-point armies. Just a bit around robin. Everyone plays everyone. We had 5 armies play. We had Blood Angels, played by Anthony. We had... This is Safe Work. Mark turned up with his...
Tyranids.
Yeah, he did. The ones, he painted that one model last year. He brought them all down, which is exciting.
12 of the painted models.
You brought... Adam.
I brought my Chaos Space Marines.
Your Black Legion.
Yes, my Black Legion.
Very surprised to see Abaddon in a 1,000-point army, so that was...
Yeah, it was a really bad decision, I think. Now I look at it. 360 points for one model. Hey, he ripped Annihilation everywhere. He survived the entire game. At one point, he was the only one surviving. But was he worth it? No.
Yeah. I brought my Witch Cult because I figured with small forces, they do well because there's generally no tanks. And I got a mixed result. And what was the last force? Oh, the Harlequins by Chris was there as well. Mark, you want to talk about your experience? Since you've this is your first game in, 12 months?
Yeah, pretty much since Mikey was born. So, yeah.
Different Mikey, folks. Radio Mike's been around a bit longer.
Yeah, just a bit longer. Came out, got reacquainted with the new rules because Tyranids have completely changed since I last played. And that was good and bad in certain ways. I really love that Zoanthrope, invulnerable saves on everything that you can do, which is a massive game changer because I just wasn't getting shot off the board in turn 1 like I used to. Yeah. It still didn't really... it delayed the inevitable crushing defeat to the Harlequins. But I did get to blow up some stuff, which was a nice change.
Yeah, you also played against the Black Legion.
Then there was a follow-up with Black Legion, and I killed most of the Black Legion stuff, but lost out on 5 points. So I may have lost the war, but I definitely acquitted pretty well in the fight. I actually had a Carnifex do awesome stuff for once. Nice. He charged across the table and took out some Terminators, and then he turned around and then he got rid of some Obliterators, and then he went and he charged up and got rid of some regular Legionnaires. And then he got too big for his britches, and he charged Abaddon, and then that didn't end well.
Abaddon says no.
When he's munched, like 4 other units before it, I can see how he might get a bit confident. Because we were calling him Sleepy Joe earlier, because against the Eldar, he just kind of waved his claws around and then fell over dead. So,
Not in the face,
yeah.
not in the face.
Yeah, so...
That's funny.
Yeah, it was a bit of fun.
Yeah, awesome. Adam, and your reflection of the day?
Don't take Abaddon in 1,000 points. Playing the Blood Angels, with Anto's jump packs, it was just practically he annihilated my Terminators at the end of turn 1, and I went, well, good game. I felt like saying good game, and then obviously playing Tyranids, and Tyranids are actually really scary. And it was a really close battle right throughout the whole lot, and ending up with game 1, I only had 1 model on the table. And game 2, I think I had my cultists and Abaddon, and that was it. And I only won by 5 points, so it wasn't a massive win.
And the cultists only survived because they were hiding behind a building, sitting on a point all game. So
yes,
and I even managed to smite a couple of them.
Nice.
But yeah, it was actually really fun. I enjoyed the 1,000 points. It was not a small army, quick battles, but then you kind of like sit back and go, I didn't tailor my lists or anything like that. It was just say, hey, I want to play Abaddon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was actually fun.
I think it was the point. We were playing Tempest of War, and we didn't know who we were going to play against, so we had to make a fairly flexible list, which is good. I ran my witches. I had no elites. I had troops, HQ, fast. Some venoms as well. But that was a lot of fun. My first battle was against the Blood Angels, and when his Death Company were beating up my Venoms in turn 1 before I had a turn and blew them all up, I went, this could be a quick game. But then my Succubus, who I call Murder Death, got into combat and did exactly that. Murder Death. She went nuts. The Succubus with the Triptych Whip and the precision...
Say that again 5 times fast.
No. It's just devastating. Like, any hits on a 6 is mortal wound. I'm just going, all right, who's next? So basically the 2 Succubus ran around and just slaughtered... and just slaughtered the Blood Angels. I tabled the Blood Angels, which I didn't think that was going to happen. So I got a win there. I got a win there in the last turn post-game when you added up the bonus points, because I was so far behind. But then it was an extra 5 points for each thing I was standing. I went, I'm standing on 4. That's 20 points. I win my turn! It was exciting. But then I got brought down to earth by playing the Harlequins, who again, before I got my first turn, were in my face in melee combat. I go, oh my god, can I just get first turn for once? Oh my god.
I managed first turn, and I had a Flyrant charge him in turn 1, like close combat, and that that seemed to shake him a tiny bit until he realised, oh wait, he's not that killy.
Yeah. Unfortunately, against the Harlequins, their shooting killed my 2 Succubus, and that was it. I went, there goes my Murder Death and Mini Death. And the guns just took me down. Unfortunately, it became game over by turn 3. So I went, I've got 1 Venom left on the table. Good game. So the good thing is we all got to play 2 games. There was 5 people playing. The Harlequins did come out unbeaten. We will definitely hobble him next time he turns up. That's right. Well done, Chris. Bastard.
Penalty of playing well.
But yeah, so we've had hobby progress, we've had battle reports, we've had the new releases. Now we get to have that small break, and then we get into the meat of our birthday party. Hang on, meat for a birthday party? Sure.
Yeah, you got to have meat.
You got to have meat.
On all the good cakes.
Yeah, of all the good cakes, meat cake.
Rich, creamy pepperoni.
We don't do beef. We clearly don't do beefcake. Look at us. We are definitely more meat cake. So we'll have a quick break and we'll come back and celebrate like mad people. Bye bye, folks.
Yay.
We are Rollers, and we have the games for you. Be it board games, card games, dice games, or party games. You name it, and we have it. Find us online at rollersboardgames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at rollersboardgames.
From acoustic to distortion, Storyboard Concept is music that's honest, relaxing, and full ball rockin' music. Follow Colin at storyboardconcept.bandcamp.com.
Better when they're on.
No, I'm hearing something in the background. I didn't know what it was.
We're back, by the way, people. But yeah.
No, we're hearing things around here. It's okay.
Always trying to get us.
If you can't hear this, it's very funny.
I can't, so it's okay. I forgive you.
It is our birthday. We welcome back from our quick little ad break there. It gives you plenty of time to... Really nothing, really. Pour a beer. I've just found out. I worked that out. Welcome back. It is our birthday. It's our 60th episode, so we're going to talk about what we've been doing for the last 5 years. And we really want the listeners and viewers to interact, give us all your opinions pleasantly. We've enjoyed as well. I know I've had a lot of fun doing this podcast. I don't know about you guys. Sometimes it looks like it's not a chore, is it?
Now that I'm able to get into it more often, it's great.
All right. Well, let me hit you with the starter. Let's just get the stats out of the way nice and quick and proper. All right? We've had 60 episodes, which is pretty cool. We've had over 13,000 downloads through the Buzzsprout website alone. It doesn't give you the stats for the other places. You can listen to us on Amazon, Spotify, iTunes, all the podcast places you can go and find us, which is pretty cool. Spotify is our number one listening. 42% of us listen to it on Spotify.
Really? I could actually listen to you in the car going to work.
You can.
I've done it once by accident.
I didn't know this.
That's a far too captive audience.
Well, that's where I found out people who didn't like AOS, Mike. I've had a few, sorry.
The country that has the number one listeners is the US. They like hearing us. I don't know why. But the number one city is Sydney. So, hey, Sydney, how you going? G'day, folks.
Oh, wasn't that some strange little town
Wait
in
for it.
south part of America for a while there?
Yeah, our number one overseas city is Frankfurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't it America for a while?
Boardman, Oregon has dropped to number 3. Boardman, what are you doing?
We're going to send Adam over there to sort this out.
Where are we going? Where am I going?
Boardman, Oregon.
You're going to Portland.
Boardman. Yeah, Boardman.
Fucking hell.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, they're bored. Bored of her.
So Frankfurt has taken over Boardman. Maybe that person's been relocated.
And moved.
So this is where you can see my one area of subject where I suck at with geography and do they even speak English over there?
What, in America?
Well, debatable.
They speak idiot.
No, they listen.
Americans speak
35%
idiot.
of the market said we need to say nice things about them.
Yeah.
Americans are good idiots. They can afford G-dubs prices.
That was a challenge to watch Super Bowl. I don't know
We
how people
can't
can
hold
do
it against them that they listen.
Yeah.
We appreciate
And yeah, Greg, I even like a gridiron and I struggled today.
Yeah. I like the result, but it took me a while. I won't spoil it, but the other team...
I didn't, so I hate Mahomes. So there you go.
There you
Sponsorship one.
Our shortest episode, 52 minutes. Looking into the warp, the first time we did it was episode 12. So we didn't look into the warp very much. But we have done 5 versions of looking into the warp, so we are corrupted. And we like it. Our longest episode, 2 hours and 24 minutes. It was episode 38. I love it when a plan comes together. Do you know what we were talking about then? List building.
Plans?
We were list building. Yeah. So we were talking about fluffy lists versus compared lists and stuff like that. And we got carried away.
No. Us?
Yeah. I know.
Never happened ever.
Never happened. No.
So there's some
Albon
stats
Anto,
for you. There's some basic stats for you. Where we're at now. Some cool ones though. Actually, I did want to share. This is one I wanted to bring up with you before. Right. So we've been listed in the Great Australian Podcast Directory, which is great. 25 best Warhammer 40k podcasts. April last year, we were ranked number 9. Where are we ranked now? 7.
7th.
We're number 7.
We're going up.
Hi.
So I think it's pretty
How?
exciting. Shut up! What do you mean how? Because of our insight.
The top 2 died? Greg went out hunting them? I don't know.
I did a lot of hobbling, yeah.
They
Greg's
stopped
but
doing
efficient.
it.
I think they started talking about Age of Sigmar. That's where they died.
Quality channels, gotcha. Hey, I'm going to try and get us put on an Age of Sigmar podcast ranking now because of that.
I like it. Yeah.
We're number 1.
We
Because
wind
they're the
up
only
being
one.
Down so far. One of them's 2 plus tough, so yeah.
So, that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty good. Look, our tagline when we first started, I did write this down. It was awesome because I did listen to episode 1 the other day to listen to us and find out how professional we were at the time. Marketing line at the time: we like to talk crap, so we thought people should hear it.
Well, works for the politicians.
Yeah, I think that's still pretty true.
It's all truthfulness.
I think it's we started. I think 8th edition, so we've gone through 9th edition and 10th edition's coming up. So there's been a lot of changes. Our first episode only had 4 people talking. There's only 4 of us here, but it was myself, Safe for Work Mark, Anthony, but we also had Dave. Our only tail player.
Big Dave.
Not only he was the only tail player, but Big Dave.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess it took us a bit before we got Radio Mike's dulcet tones for the ending.
Yeah.
And back then I was struggling to find time with work balance, so yeah.
So yeah, as I said, I was listening to episode 1 and I heard Dave come in and say hello. And, what the hell? So I was quite surprised. So anyone viewing, I'd love to know if you were there for the episode 1 and what you thought, if you listened to the episode 1. It is still our number 1 downloaded episode with over 1,500 downloads for just episode 1.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Since the 4 originals, guess what was released when we first did our episode 1?
Ooh.
Any
That
takers?
would've-
Think about that, and I'll come back to you. Anyone in the chat, have a think. What do you think was released? I'll make it easier. What model was released when we did episode 1, way back in March 2020? Well, no, 5 years ago. Maths.
2018.
2018.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would say that may have been around the time of Bobby G.
I was going to say that was Bobby G. Keep
Well, I'll
Smurf
give it a
happy.
chance for the people in chat to have a look, and I'll move on. So since we have had the 4, we've had 4 other people part of the roster in Wobbly Player Syndrome. So obviously we can see Not Safe for Work Mark and Adam join the crew. Adam was brand new to the hobby, essentially.
Well, I got back into it, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll say brand new, because it makes it more
Yeah,
dramatic.
Recycled.
Fix it in post.
Why did you come on board,
Recycled,
Adam?
Come back again.
Why did you come on board, Adam? Why did you want to talk, what was it? Talk crap and have other people listen to.
You invited me.
Oh, shit, there you go.
You couldn't see the off-screen gun threatening.
Going pretty complicated there.
He didn't have anything else better to do.
Well, this is interesting. Yeah. I'm
check it.
looking at the 2018 roadmap at the moment.
And Mark,
Schneeder.
so Mark's got a story how, well, you come on board as well. You were early. I'll talk about the story a little bit later. Yep. You were fairly.
Yeah, we'll talk. Oh, yeah. Basically, it's for those who don't know, Greg and I used to play sport together back when we were young and unbroken, the good old days. And after one late night of indoor cricket, and after Greg and Anto had managed to subtly convinced me to join the hobby. We spoke about what we could do to try and share our stupid little hobby out with everyone else, and over a conversation of late night McDonald's quality environment there,
Brain food.
came up with the idea. Oh yeah, brain food. Sawdust and ketchup. What can you say? Come up with the idea of doing Facebook. Was the podcast even a thought back then?
No, I think it was more. We're just
That would
working
have
out-
been because it
We were trying
started
to do
with
more of the social-
Monday Night Gaming, didn't it? And then all of a sudden there was a post about 40k in the gaming channel, and
Yeah.
then from
Yes,
there it just
so-
kind of exploded.
Yeah, I'll come back to the history
Sorry,
part of it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'll come back to the history part. I'll just talk about the other two who also joined. Rain and Mike obviously came on. We miss you. Get well. Recover from that throat
you.
punch.
Please come back soon.
But we also had very early on another. Back then she was Twitch streaming. I don't think she's done for a while. But Dodgy Witch or Isabel. Now Isabel's insight to the game was very unique. She didn't play.
And it hadn't for
Well, yet
God knows how
she
long.
did
still
play
knew more
back
than
in-
I did.
Rogue Trader up to 4th edition, but it never played the game after that. So it was very interesting having her on the podcast because she'd asked the questions we just took for granted, which was actually, we went, hang on, that's actually a relevant thing we should talk about. So thanks, Isabel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very good. So the history. So we started off as a Monday Night Gaming. It was online gaming. We thought we were so cool, we decided to make our own clan. The clan was called RLG, which is what the logo is at the moment. But RLG back then stood for Real Loud Drunks.
I thought it was real life drunks.
Real Life Drunks? Yeah, sorry, Real Life Drunks. You're right. It was Real Life Drunks. Yes, and people go, but that's with a D. Is it? Yeah, but that's how drunk we were.
Yeah.
So that's where the RLG came from. I think originally someone suggested Real Life Gangsters. And I went, yeah, that's us. I think we're more like drunks, and that's how it started. Yeah. But then the conversation started how we had to 40k. We created the Facebook page. Internally, not external at that point. And we started talking. And then, yes, a conversation after beer, McDonald's, and cricket. Here's the podcast now. So, the model that was released when we first episode 1 of Wobbly Player Syndrome was Eisenhorn.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. That would have been the second... was that the second of the 3 books or whatever that came out toward the end of 7th there?
Yeah, I think it was a Black Library release, so that would make sense. Yeah. So the model Eisenhorn, not the book I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Morty,
yeah.
yeah, I think Morty was not far off that. No, Morty was released... Was that 9th edition was the Death Guard, or was that the 8th edition?
8th.
Was 8th, okay. I know I've had Morty for a long time, he's still not paid it, but we don't want to talk about that. Yeah. So there you go, Eisenhorn was when we started. And I still haven't painted it.
Good old pile of shame.
He's still sitting there,
Oh,
and if
good old
Anthony was
polish,
here, he'd be talking about felt really ripped off about his Eisenhorn because it had a broken nose. The nose is snapped off from the model. Yeah, and these are the resin ones.
How does that even happen?
Nose job gone wrong.
Oh, I guess there's green stuff.
Yeah, if you blow your nose, it won't be. Make him stop. You can't. 60 episodes in, you can't.
We're in,
We tried.
Yeah.
It tried. So that's been fun. I've had a lot of fun, and we talked about making a podcast, but then we had to talk about the name for the podcast. Does anyone remember that conversation? How we came about Wobbly Player Syndrome? And does everyone who's watching, do you understand the reference of Wobbly Player Syndrome? I'd really like to know that, because this was part of the argument we had with a couple of people who said that makes no sense. There's no, it's not related to 40k in any shape or form. That's a stupid name. These also suggested that the podcast should be called Moist. Sorry, I've just lost half our viewers.
all females.
Yeah, I definitely remember suggestions of moist.
Yeah, I've got the suggestions. We took a vote, and the suggestions were obviously Wobbly Player Syndrome, Beer Hammer, which got the number 2 second most votes. War is Moist got the 3rd most votes. War is Wet, Wet Works, Tools of War. Those were the suggestions. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for not going to that last one, Tools of War.
Tools of War.
Yeah, and I guess some of this stemmed from a very rowdy pub night. I remember discussions about this, and I'd wager that had a hand in it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah,
there was many pints.
Yeah, that's how you get the best ideas. Not always McDonald's, apparently. And Joker says, "How is Wobbly Player not gaming related?" Exactly. Thank you. Joker paints the Wobbly model syndrome.
And
It's
because
actually-
we were boozy, and RLG originally was real life drunks, that's where Wobbly kind of came into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because there's actually the rule in the 40. Well, I can't remember which book it was, but it actually talked about the Wobbly model syndrome, which is if it can't stand up on its side, it cannot stay there. Stand up normally, sorry.
Yeah.
It can't be there. And that sounds like us to a T. If we can't stand up, you'll have to leave the pub. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds fair.
Yeah. So I'm very
So
happy
there's a certain logic there.
Yeah, we like logic.
Occasionally.
Yeah. I should have a shout out to our regular contributors of Storyboard Concept, who has allowed us to use their music for not just this podcast, but for our bottle reports and for anything related to our RLG 40k group. So thank you, Colin. Thank you very much. I can't wait to hear some new music from you. You can go check out Storyboard Concept and listen to the tunes. They're not all banjo. Ding, 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 ding. They're very good. And a big shout out to my brother who does do the Rollers board games for all the artwork you see. So the Wobbly Player Syndrome artwork, the RLG symbol, even the red belly symbol was all produced by Sam or Big Jammy. I don't know what he wants to go by. And these shirts, they're all designed by him as well. So big shout out to him for supporting us that way. Do check out Rollers Board Games on Twitch as well. He's now got a new Twitch channel, so you can go check him out playing. You don't have to check him out. That's my brother. That's weird. But you should check out the channel.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, check out the channel. Oh, that's harsh.
Hey, they
Harsh,
can
truth,
check out your
accurate.
brother if they want. It's 2023. They'll be fine.
Yeah. He's got a better haircut than you, let's be honest.
How do I kick him?
Come and find me, come on.
Find the hotel you're in.
3.5 hours. 3.5 hours away from you.
He's in a
Come and get
hotel
me.
because it's actually witness protection. God, I'll find you.
Poor witness protection. God. Dodgy motoring and
So a
Bathurst.
big thing
Oh,
there.
crap.
Oh, it's good.
That is
Right.
top quality for witness protection, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody would look for you there.
Okay.
We're going to put you in witness protection. We're going to send you to Orange.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a good, there's actually a good roast potato store there, but that's well and truly out of context.
Maybe that's the guy in Boardman, Oregon. Witness protection is now in Frankfurt.
It's Dave. Has anyone seen Dave for a while?
After that one episode, though. I think I've gone through all of my notes that I had, and we'll talk about stats and stuff like that. Some interesting things we've done over time. What is that? You're telling me a story. I wrote some stuff down,
It's
but
too
I've been
interesting.
talking a lot.
Well, I know. I mean, when the edition changes have come through, we were always pretty on the ball with that stuff.
Yeah.
We did our "Don't Be a Dick" series
Enjoyed that one.
of episodes, which was always a bit of fun. We had our boozy period throughout about.
Lucky
that
we don't do that
second year.
anymore.
Yeah. I've
Wombat Brewery.
no. It just replace that with whiskey, and that's kind of what was going on for a while there.
Canadian Club was on sale today, so yeah.
G'day, my name is Mr. Red. How are you? Very kind enough to call us gents. So, Mark, you're out. The other one.
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten. What'd you call me?
We've had some really hard-hitting journalism through this thing. That's what we've been doing. Fact-finding, research, absolutely brilliant. Especially that episode of You're Too Smelly to Play.
Yeah, knee-jerk, anecdotal, just haranguing of stinky people.
Of King Kong.
Yeah.
So we have gone through some interesting times. The Too Smelly to Play was talking about tournament players who should probably invest in deodorant.
They have
Use
the
the
money.
same standards of Comic-Con.
Yeah, look, I
That's
think
it.
the worst I've seen is someone playing a tournament with shirt off and was not a fit person. Not that I'm body shaming, but it just did not help their hygiene.
There was no muffling of the
and that was it.
aroma, shall we
I
say.
don't care what shape you are, but if I have to be that close to you, just please have some deodorant.
Did he at least have the decency to play Death Guard?
Or Poxwalkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do, after doing a bit of reading about that, I've found that some players actually do go out of the way to do it on purpose as a way to distract their opponents.
Really?
It's just like the hot woman poker syndrome. You get the women who, and I'm not saying it's just women. You know, the hot guys out there. I'm not one of
Thank
them.
you.
But these ones out there who wear the ultra low cut tops and the pushed ups all the way up to their necks and stuff because they do it to distract in poker tournaments.
But
And
that
having
didn't
played
work.
in multiple poker tournaments, it does work.
No, I tried that yesterday and it did not work.
And you need a better push up bra for crying out loud.
Hatchet Magazine are bringing out Stormbringer magazines. Is it worth it? I'm not sure. Oh, that's the iOS. New iOS one, is it?
Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, I'm going online. Hang on.
To our expert.
Yeah. So
Go
while
online.
Mark's looking that up, I know the 40k ones are definitely worth it. This one,
So is the other Age of Sigmar one.
yeah. So the first one that was released that had the Space Marines and Death Guard, absolutely. You got 2,000 point armies from $20 a week. Yeah, $20 a week for a certain amount of time. Absolutely. This one's got a mixture with the Imperium, but you do get a full. You get Bobby G.
Gee.
I know, right? Necrons, get a full 2,000 point Necrons, and you do get 2,000 points worth of Imperial forces, Sisters, Space Marines. What's the other one? Admech, that's the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely. I'm not aware of the new one for Age of Sigmar, but
Is it-
I'm looking at it right now.
based
Is it
on
over the purpose
apparently-
of 4 weeks? They send you out little pieces of Bobby G each week.
I don't know. It hasn't got up to him yet. We're going through some.
What,
admin
they
stuff.
cut him into pieces and are now ransoming to you.
How many
Buy a
sprues is he?
magazine and we'll send you his pieces back.
How many
Yeah.
sprues is
Yeah,
he?
this-
You've got
This time
Bobby
you
G.
get a neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works. I don't know what I'm going to do with Bobby G. You haven't got Bobby G yet, Mark?
Oh, yeah, I got Bobby G way back
Oh, you do have it.
with
Alright.
the original release.
But this
Got
is
the
the
book
new,
and the
This
Grey
is
Knight.
a different
and-
one.
new improved Bobby G.
So good.
He looks left, not right.
What I would probably do is just paint him in grey and do like a marble base and make it just a statue for some
Statue?
terrain.
I was going to chop into pieces and have him been crushed by a Chaos Knight. I think that'd be more fun.
Just spray paint him gold and just have it as an objective marker.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
don't know what I'll do with him. It's going to be fun.
Hey, come on! If you notice, Abaddon was standing on top of an Ultramarine.
Yeah. Hey, have you not noticed
That's
whenever
okay.
there's a dead Ultraman on a base, they always get painted blue? I love it.
Yes, I do. I paint it blue all the time.
So do I.
Thing is,
No, actually, I
the
don't.
thing is,
That's
there's
Blood
so
Angels.
many of them that of course there's going to be dead ones lying around on battlefields.
Even on the helmets on the spikes of my Terminators, they're all blue.
No, I've been doing red because I'm just over the Blood Angels, Anthony.
I'm surprised the Grey Knights didn't rate on that as well.
Cloud1992 sending out good vibes. Thank you very much. Appreciate the good vibes. Good vibes to you as well. Which I'm just trying to find.
Good vibes.
Am I going to play the right one? Probably not. No, I played the wrong one. But that's okay. That wasn't meant to be the one I played. But anyway, you got that one. Technical issues.
Okay.
I love it. Yep. Age of Sigma.
I'm going to give you an update on the Stormhaven.
Yep.
So they're going something slightly different this time. Instead of two specific forces, like in the one that I got, which was Stormcast and Nighthawk, this time you're getting forces, alliances. You're getting an Alliance of Order, which has Stormcast Eternals, Keheridan Overlords, and Sylvaneth. So, was he Smurfs, Dwarves and Balloons, and Trees. And outside you're getting Orc Warclans, the Bits, and a Giant from the Sons of Bahamut. So, not forces I'm particularly interested in, but considering these magazines are always damn good value, if anyone's interested, go for it.
You do get very good value. Even when the issue's just got the paints, you're still getting 3 pots of paint for $20. That's not.
I've got so much paint. Yeah, I've got so much paint left over from the one that I did. It's amazing, considering all the big fuss that was made about the Nuln Oil and the other one that changed.
Yeah. One of the reasons is getting rid of texture paints, so it's going to be interesting when that happens too.
Oh, what?
Oh, I like my texture paints.
Yeah. So the rumor is removing the texture paint and making a larger contrast paint. I don't know how that's meant to make up for the texture paint, but there you go. That's a rumor.
I know. I'm going to have to go buy some those Gremlin Earth and stuff so that I got some.
Yeah, well, one of the ones I had was discontinued. I went, but I've still got models I need to. Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Otherwise I may have to palette up a brown to try and match.
Other hard-hitting journalism we had, touching models. Whether we should touch other people's models or not. Not the ones that are restraining orders. Touching miniatures. Cheesy list. What makes a cheesy list? See? Hard-hitting journalism.
Yeah, six Storm Ravens. That was a cheesy list.
Wasn't it the drop pod wall or whatever it was? Yeah,
I remember that on the Great Wall of Drop Pods.
Yeah. This is the 8th edition was it got a bit ridiculous with those. No, 7th was the ridiculous with the detachments, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because I remember it from 7th. Yeah.
So we must have started this in 7th because I got to go for 8th. Oh wow. Yeah. We've gone through 2 editions. We're on our 3rd, sorry, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Yeah. Our LG group also grew from 5 to 35 over that time. So, and there's been babies born in that time.
Yep.
So it's been great. I think I got 7 pots of Nuln Oil from the Imperial magazines. Yes, you are correct.
They changed the recipe.
You still will use it. Stranger Danger comes into factor on that one. The touching models.
Look but don't touch.
Yeah.
Oh, touched.
It's easily touching models. Yeah, so we have looked at very deep things about things. I think that's what we made a conscious effort not to be rule heavy.
Yeah, because nobody likes hearing about +1s and spreadsheets and stuff like that.
Unless you listen to the number 140k podcast, who do talk about that.
Well, that's okay. Yeah. That's their thing.
Yeah,
and there's a niche for that type of thing, and that's not us.
Again, what was our first marketing concept?
I'm too drunk to remember. Oh.
Yeah. We like to talk crap, so we thought people should hear it.
Yeah,
I'll drink to that.
Yep. I think we had a bit of fun with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did listen to the first battle report. You should listen to it and listen to the professionalism that is there. We sort of go, this is a microphone, what do we do with it? It's been
I'm going to go back and find the first one that I was in now. I'm curious.
I am curious.
Maybe just skip forward about a year.
One of the more interesting episodes we had involved a sponsorship opportunity for us.
Oh,
So,
fuck, we dodged a bullet there.
a very famous personal razor, approached us to see if we wanted to do a 1 month sponsorship, and they all sent us out the kit, and then we had to talk about using the kit. I found out more about the Wobbly Player Syndrome chatters than I think I ever need to.
Yeah, we won't be doing that one again.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. I can't remember what episode it was. I thought I wrote it down, but I didn't. But if you want to see something kind of weird and disturbing, find the episode where we are talking about personal grooming.
But I like the fact that we actually tried to do something professional and prepared to do something.
I know.
And after multiple attempts of coordination, we still couldn't get it right.
I know, yes.
I think my favourite part was Adam was doing it with his son next to him.
I'm going to be really insane.
You should have seen the face.
Not using the tool, talking about it. I just want to clarify
You should have
that.
seen the stares that I was getting from the boys. Like, what?
Yeah, there's a bit of a balls up there. There's kind of a cock up there.
Oh, no!
Oh, yeah.
So we have done some interesting episodes, to be sure. Viewers, again, I'd love to know what your favourite episodes were and why. Who's your favourite host and why is it me?
And why isn't it you? To the sad ones that are out there, I would really like them to say something that we've done and they'd like us to revisit with perspective from the editions that we've gone through or the experience we've had with playing now. If there's something that they would like us to have a look at. Yeah,
that's a great idea. That'd be good. We can revisit some. As I said, we talked about list building at one stage. Game's changed. We've got how many different modes of the game now?
Yeah. See, for me, I haven't even touched the dice since this edition came out because I don't like it that much to the point I'm not even playing it. So I'd love to see some of my perspectives on things I'd said before versus now.
Well, we could potentially even do like a state of play type of thing. Yeah. What are you loving and hating?
I think we have talked about things like that. We've also talked about the cost of our happiness, talking about the cost of our crack addiction.
It's going up.
Addiction. Yeah, it's going up. Was it 6th of March? Price increase?
And it was, 8% or something?
Up to, on average, 6%.
Okay.
On a lot of the Reddit forums, I'm seeing the similar comment of 3D printer goes brrr, and I can understand why.
And we've talked about 3D printers. We've also talked about 3D third-party miniatures and things like that, and how Games Workshop's done the crackdown on their sponsored or endorsed tournaments that won't allow third-party side of things. We've gone through some interesting things. We've also talked about the PC gaming side of things. Dawn of War, still the best game. Dawn of War 2 is the second best game.
Rogue Trader is coming, and it's going to be amazing. I've been watching more about the alpha.
Sever credit card debt is the cost of hobby.
Phones. My name for phone games is interesting.
Sorry, my name is Red. It's a third mortgage. Here we come for 10th edition. Woo!
And that's just for the base book.
Yeah. No, the rules will be free.
Yeah, the 10-pager that you get with Age of Sigmar.
Well, they said the base rule book will be free online. So I'm intrigued at what they do. Because,
they'll do that same model that they do with Age of Sigmar. Yes, there is the base gameplay online. It's 11 pages, if I remember, and that includes a one-pager of the basically don't be a dick guidelines.
Yeah.
But that is all you need.
Yeah.
I want my Dead Tree rulebook. I couldn't get it for 9th. I want, if they're going to release it and they're expecting me to pay for it, I want a Dead Tree. Searching through PDFs on a tablet or a phone is horrific.
It's ridiculous.
I think it might be more of an encouragement to get the app. Now, I was using the app in a tournament yesterday, and there's so much things they could do with it to make it so much better. But it can be quite frustrating.
There is no substitute for grabbing a sticky tab that you've put on a page and opening it instantly to the stratagems.
Yeah.
Or the data sheets, or whatever you need.
Yeah.
We do it. Joker, severe credit card debt is the cost of the hobby. Yeah. Severe credit card debt is the cost of the hobby. Sorry. I read.
Put your glasses on.
Yeah. We've also talked about the action figures of the game, the hobby. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually quite surprised looking at the back behind Jolt, behind the counter there yesterday. There's so many action figures.
Oh, so the McFarlane ones. I think they're about to launch some more Sisters of Battle, and they look amazing. I've got...
And then the heavens leap at the price.
Oh, we've not safe for work passed out. No.
Earthquake in Bathurst.
My impromptu device to hold up my phone fell over because I took the full bottle of alcohol and swapped it with an empty one.
Oh.
Not very smart.
Usually when you make a full bottle empty,
See,
you do fall over.
Absolute professionalism that we bring to you, the viewer.
It's all right. Podcast, we'll just have to describe it.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm back.
So this is a camera going through a dryer, effectively.
What else can I use to hold this thing up with? And
there's these wonderful things called...
fuck them, they're for apes.
We talked about that touching thing. Come on.
So there's 3 empty bottles and a drink bottle holding this thing up now. We're good to go.
You might need more empty bottles to hold it up, so yeah, get on it.
Does it now have the keyword?
So yeah, I actually saw the Joy Toy 40k models. They're very, very expensive. Like finally going to be the size of a 10th. I love it. We actually have played a game of 40k using the McFarlane figures.
We did,
picked
yes.
one each.
That was fantastic.
That was a lot of fun. Now there is a Taurinid one. You can get a Gene Sealer, so you're in your element.
Oh, really?
Yes. And there's
Ooh,
orcs
I'm
as
going to
well.
have to look this up.
Yes, absolutely. I saw the Joy Toy ones in person for the first time. They are stunning, but very pricey. But they are stunning.
I remember seeing one of Calgar, and that was amazing looking.
Tactical warsuit, and the Hellbrute, and I'm just going, oh my god, these are amazing. Definitely, if you're a collector, they are centerpiece items. They're just stunning. We also did episodes while COVID was happening. We had to try and how to be hobby while we couldn't actually see each other. Again, no touching and stuff. So
I know there was talk about Tabletop Simulator, and then nobody did it.
I did download, and I downloaded a lot of stuff from it to try and work out what to do. It did not go well. I could not figure out what to do. So that was disappointing to try that, but we got through, and we talked about how do you hobby in quarantine? That was what it was called. Was it?
And I think we resolved
Nurgle and you, how do you hobby in quarantine? Episode 26.
And then I think we wound up playing Blood Bowl.
Yeah, we had a Blood Bowl tournament. It was awesome. Bring it back! Joy Toy. I know someone was going to think of that too. I did get the brand right, didn't I? It's Joy Toy? Is that right?
Yes.
It is Joy Toy, not Joy Toy the adult one.
No, but oh my god, there's so many Black Legion Joy Toy ones.
I so thought you were going a different direction then. Not the adult one, but
hence why I
can control it with my phone.
I'm just glad it's not Slanesh.
We've seen some weird stuff from GW, like the scented candles that smell like Slanesh.
For a second, when you said scented candles, I was going down, sweaty, overweight male.
So we've seen some different elements of the game come through, but the candles, I think, was the what? And there's a phase 2 of them as well.
What?
Oh,
they've done a second round.
They've done a second one. Yeah.
Wow. That must have sold well.
And I think Corn, I think, has got one as well. I don't know.
It would just smell like rum because it'll just make you angry.
Blood.
Or just blood.
Yes.
The comics, there's been a really
candle. Valentine's tomorrow.
There's been a really popular lines for comics.
Sorry, the comics.
Comics have been really popular. The Sisters one was really popular. There was a Smurf one that was quite popular as well. And they're branching out. I'll say that. They're doing well there.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We've seen the evolution of GW. When we first came on, they ignored everything. And then they started listening. And then they started ignoring. And then they started listening.
Yeah, they ebb and flow. Have we revisited Warhammer Plus since we did our episode many moons ago?
Episode 37, I'd subscribe to that.
Because I know Angela said that he decided to leave.
So that was, so 37, I'd subscribe to that. We talked about the Imperial magazine, which I think we said was worth it. The value that you're getting is very impressive. I don't think we said the same thing about the app, but that was back in 2021 March.
Was it that far ago? Was it?
Yeah. So it's been a while. So that could be a revisit candidate.
Yeah.
Well, it still has potential. It's just.
Oh my god, so right. Yeah, I have actually started using the Battleforge more than Battlescribe for building the army with the app and stuff like that. I find it's up to date, but
no, it's
how many months after was it up to date?
Except the Imperial Guard, because that's not a soft launch, not a real launch.
Do it once, and I'll do it again.
Here we go. Real launch.
The Chaos
World
Knights
Eaters.
took a while before that was updated as well.
World Eaters are not in the Choose Your Faction.
Yeah.
Really?
Said do it once, they'll do it once, and they'll do it again.
I am looking at it right there. There's the Butchers Astartes. Maybe that's them. Oh no, the Butchers Astartes is there. Yes, sorry, I take that back.
Yeah.
Please forgive me.
Well, they're going to hunt you down. You might have to go.
Hang on. Wait, they're called Butchers Astartes.
Mm-hmm.
So why aren't they called like World Eaters?
Oh, and then when you go actually into it, it says select World Eaters.
That's weird.
Because then you can choose to dispose of Red Angels or World Eaters.
Yeah, because there's
There
three
we
different factions and World Eaters you can choose from.
Yes.
But it's kind of weird they called it Butchers Astartes. So I thought that was a bit odd.
Yeah, I would have thought it'd be like World Eaters, and then you'd have sub-factions of that.
Yeah.
And I was right. You cannot have rhinos if you go the Disciples of the Red Angel.
Yeah. Let's just run across the table, smash them up the side of the head.
But I can have a Chaos Land Raider.
Why not? Sounds fair.
That explains the first battle
But I can't
report
have a
I had.
rhino.
The first battle report I saw was they had a Chaos Land Raider. I went, oh, that's unusual. But no rhinos. So now it makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I found it up to date because I was struggling with Battlescribe being up to date. That was it. But the search engine, when I select salamanders, I don't need to know AdMech models. I don't need to see Sisters of Battle. I'm building a salamander army. That's my biggest issue with that. We're not talking about this now. That's a whole episode. We don't spoil it. No spoilers. But
Alright.
if the people
We'll
have been
forget for
listening,
6 months anyway, and then it'll be different.
yeah. I think they've been improving. I think they have. It's one item that you can actually provide feedback on directly to GW.
And
Ooh,
you
they
just
must
go
get some
delete.
hate mail.
I gave my feedback when it was basically if I select Space Marines, don't show me AdMech.
So, I don't have the app. What does it do? What do you mean it shows you AdMech?
So in the Battleforge,
Well,
if I
you
pick
probably
Imperium,
have to go back and watch our episode on it.
yeah,
There's no Age of Sigmar in it, so why would I bother?
yeah, it's a 40k app. Come on.
Well,
If
yeah,
I go and say I want a Battleforge, I want to create a new army, and I select the faction Imperium, and then they can actually select the army size, blah 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 blah, blah create army. All right, all that, and you've got the first thing you got to do is the detachment, yada 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 yada. You're all excited, but you actually have a choose faction page, right? You can see that clearly, and then I'll select Adeptus Astartes. Right? But then when I go to all units and try to add all units, it will literally show me every Imperium unit. Instead of just Adeptus Astartes.
Just what you're after, yeah.
So there's a few things, that's my biggest gripe. I'm trying to build a list, just show me the units I can use. Anyway.
Well, apparently, I'm building my list, and apparently in my Disciples Red Angels, I can't put Khorne Berserkers in. Because troops aren't an option.
Maybe they're elites now.
No,
they're
troops
not.
choices for World Eaters. Yeah,
So
there's-
with Instillers for Tyranids.
it has improved, but it's very hard to say spend money on it. And I don't use the movies. Anyway, that's different. That's
Alright.
a whole episode.
Yeah. So
I found it funny, one of our longest episodes was about terrain.
Really?
Yep.
terrain is life,
I
though.
brought my own terrain. 2 hours and 24 minutes. Now, remember, our longest one was 2 hours and 25 minutes. So this was actually the second longest episode we did. Back episode 40.
Fuck, yeah.
the terrain is great. It is the most, as far as models go, it is the freest you can be because, oh no, I accidentally left my
No.
castle wall in acetone overnight. That's not me stuffing up. That's plasma damage.
So no, this was
See,
actually
I was-
looking at the Hammerfall bunker, the Miasmic Malignifier. So the faction specific traits. That's what we were looking at. I think that was one episode we actually went through rules.
Yeah, it was a break with
Oh,
tradition,
shit.
and I think we got to the end of it and we were like, yeah, we're not doing that again.
Funnily enough, has one of the biggest downloads.
Really? Okay.
So again,
Maybe we need
people
to
who are
start pandering to
watching,
our market.
we'd love to know. We want feedback. I do normally put out a little survey to see what you listen. If you listen to us, that'd be nice. What you enjoy out of the podcast. If you want us to go a bit more in depth with the rules, let us know. We'll panic, but let us know.
Someone will do some reading.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
We'll make Adam do that on his many flights.
yeah. That's it. Look at this panic.
Interactive on rules lawyering.
I'll
It's not math. You'll be right.
prefer to do math.
I did love the panic in his eyes then. What?
I'll assign it to my classes as homework. All right, I want everyone's opinion on this rule, and I want it written in a 500-word essay. Do you agree or disagree? Yeah.
Tip top back, g'day. How you going? So, very funny.
So,
Fuck.
Just looking at what other notes I got
24,
down.
yeah.
Well, you talk amongst yourselves, come on.
I will actually talk of that because Mark, you made when you said, "Oh, it's good because landscaping the shit. What's the word I'm looking for?
Terrain?
Too many drinks already. Thank you. Terrain. You went from an entirely different perspective to what I was thinking about because you said it gives you freedom, and for me, all of a sudden, I thought, shit, no, because I was thinking about one of the I can't remember who I played against, but a 40k match against someone. And they wanted so much terrain on the field, it was ridiculous. And I wanted nowhere near that. And we almost had like a half-hour argument about the terrain. I'm going, how is he talking about being free with terrain? So it was interesting to see that we both went to different perspectives.
as far as like creative freedom and everything like that, like you spill a paint pot. Oh, well, that's blood from an alien or something, like that kind of thing where actually constructing and painting the model is where you have the freedom. As far as arguing over how much terrain there is on any given battle table, I will always argue for more terrain because I'm Tyranids and terrain is life.
Yeah, for me, I always like less because they were Necrons and shooty is good.
Yeah. So yeah, you're probably going to find you have to compromise there because you can't just do like a 17th century. Okay, we all line up and just shoot at each other in a field kind of thing.
There's two wells and a cow. Everyone hide.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to me how you went one side and I went the other for terrain. It's just interesting how our minds work on that type of thing. It's really cool.
I like terrain. But then I have
Yeah, I know.
ninjas
I've
who
played
don't
against
like-
you.
But then I've also got Astra Militarum. We do need some firing lines with the tanks. So, yeah. I don't like a bald table. I don't like a bald table. It's got to have hair. What's that sponsorship again? I do like one episode 4 is how we're going back, where Primaris have been introduced. And
Good as that.
hatred from that episode, especially from Anthony, about these damn Primaris miniatures, and they're all changing everything now. I just want to highlight to you, Anthony, how many Primaris are in your army now? When's the last time you bought any firstborn?
He had made his peace, and that he had come around to the Primaris thing. Personally, I've got what the first strike Primaris Marines.
Yeah,
they are sitting in boxes. I think they've been undercoated. That's the closest I've gotten to any Primaris in my army of 4,000 points of Ultramarines.
I've got some firstborn that still need to be painted, and I guarantee you they will never be painted. I've got Primaris. Devastators still have a place, but I can't find anything else. Mind you, it seems to have some winning lists for Space Marines, and they've got a mixture. So it's interesting, but yeah. It's just interesting. It's looking back and going, yeah, okay.
I don't know. I spent, the best part of, 25 years or something on Ultramarines, and Primaris was enough to kick me out of Marines.
Oh dear. We've got an episode. We did have some interesting names for episodes too. Episode 17. Get your hands off it, Daryl. Any idea what that was about?
The models, touching my models, or dice?
Repositioning models?
It was touching opponents' models and using their dice. Yes.
I have a question for you, Greg, and I don't know if you'll have the answer there.
Ooh.
What was our least popular one?
This one. No.
Yeah. Fair fucking call. We are boring. I'd be interested.
Looks like quick look like. Will my wallets? No, we did have it. That was popular. Will my wallet survive 9th edition? We actually had that episode. We had to split over 2. Episodes.
Yes, I remember that.
My wallet definitely survived 9th because I basically bought nothing.
I bought Imperium. That's it.
I couldn't even get the rule
Greg.
book.
Episode 21.
I
Shock
agree.
or meh for Phoenix Rising. That was when that Psychic Awakening books were starting to come out. That was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, everyone else hated the idea of it, so there you go.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just going through and said, what were we talking about? The episode 25 called "Why Are We Here?"
Because I've got nothing else to do while I'm in
That's
Bathurst.
right. We were talking about the why you're in the hobby, what you like about the hobby.
It was about why we came back to the hobby.
Yeah.
'Cause most of us got out. Thanks, Anthony, for dragging me back in.
But you bastards dragged me in.
So it's a bit of an interesting game. Yeah. So yeah, it is interesting. So we've done. What did you think we talked about? What was called 36? What do we want? More bayonets. Not that hard. Oh, this is us predicting what we wanted for the Astra Militarum. Did we? This is interesting because we'd had a lot of predictions over the years. We only ever come back to the what have you done for me lately, GW, which we've done on an annual basis. But we never go back like what we want for the Guard. Did we get it? I did say, look at that. Episode 36.
Guarantee you.
Episode 36, what do we want? More bayonets. Is Adam's debut.
Was it?
Yep.
I guarantee you that we did not ask for a tank with no bottom plate.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a very popular topic on Reddit lately, I can tell you that.
Oh, it's been hilarious. It has been hilarious, that one. Yep.
So what is the actual story of that one? I haven't paid too much
They
attention. Is it
released
literally
a
a
new
tank
tank.
without a plate?
Yeah, so there's no floor pan in the Rogel Dawn tank. It's just
So it comes around
Oh.
and then it stops, and then there's a big hole.
Is there
at
a
the bottom.
reason for why there's no floor
The
plate
theory that I've
suggested?
seen is the plate that would normally go there would have had to be on another sprue because they couldn't fit it onto the sprues they had.
So they were saving themselves 7 cents. Okay, cool, no worries.
Yeah.
no, it wouldn't have even been 7 cents. It probably be more like
that's-
3.
They actually had someone from GW who used to work there. Each sprue, no matter what the content is, because it's a standard weight of it, costs 7p. So 7 pence.
So 14 cents
Whatever it
21
is. You
pence
know,
in
yeah.
Australia.
in our Australian
So-
shekels.
And after
So
the 6th
each
of March,
sprue is... Yeah, so they saved themselves 7p. So, yeah. That's GW.
interesting. But,
Well, I mean, how many thousands of those tanks do they sell?
Yeah, a lot.
So they might have made at least £1.
I've got one.
You'll have more, Adam. You know what you're like.
No, I got the Rogel Dawn because it came in the box of all the latest Aston Military.
oh, okay,
purchases.
yeah, because I don't think I'll ever get one because that's where we've talked. I don't know. I've actually talked about it. They've gone stupid with the amount of weapons they put on tanks. The Rogan
Yeah,
Dawn
it's,
is a good
it's going to be
example.
sitting exactly the same place as my Bane
You're gonna be
In the
kicked
box.
out of guard. Watch this.
Mm.
That's right. I've just built my list for World Eaters, and I'm quite impressed with it. 2,000 on the nose.
They are on the nose.
I just need to buy more now.
They're on the nose and the shopping list.
I'm
Yes,
just
they
looking
are
through
now.
our episode list. We've talked about terrain multiple times.
So the
Really?
episode that
Episode
comes
5,
close to
the
our
hills
heart.
are alive. So
I was in one where they were like starting on the 9th or something like that, where we talked about how the train worked and stuff like that.
yeah. Here's a
Yeah,
good
because
one.
didn't they enter? They had like some of those like Death World jungles and stuff.
Used to, yeah. I think that one was we were talking about what makes good amount of terrain.
Yeah.
So that would have been where you got me fired up. What do you
What,
reckon we
get
talked about
fired up?
episode 24? Long distance relationships never work.
What the fuck was that one about?
People who are listening at the moment, what was episode 24 about? Long distance relationships never work.
I'll print you a tank with no bottom if you can tell me what that one was about.
Well, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. It's probably appropriate with I'd love to see what
What
people
was
are
it
going to
about?
do.
I'm curious.
Let me
Yeah, I'm
guess.
going to let some people try and
Shipping-
guess.
Shipping models from the UK or US or something.
I actually do
Yeah,
remember
something
this
stupid.
one because I think I suggested the topic on this one because I just thought there was something in there that was ridiculous. In Ukraine, Russian tanks have no turrets. What? Buddy Minis, welcome.
Oh no. Wrong. So wrong.
Oh,
But
dear.
they do have a floor.
The Rogan Dawn is powered by Flintstone feet. Alright, long distance relationships never work was talking about the gun lines becoming ridiculously wide. Why would you need a weapon that
it's like
is
96
70 inches, 90 inches, 120
That's right,
inches?
because melee was just like not a thing anymore in 8th.
Yeah. That's where they made the
Yeah,
bolters, the new, Promass bolters 30 inches instead of 24. So why? What's the point? Yeah. That's what that was about. Hard-hitting journalism.
Yep.
Oh, funny.
Jeez.
Buddy,
we
Manny,
should
how
do
you going?
one. We should do one on units that can't take more than X number of wounds in a turn.
We did discuss. No, we
No,
discussed
we
the
haven't.
vulnerabilities.
We haven't.
I think we should make a point of that, Mark, and see if we can find the most ridiculously sustainable figure that we've got in our army. One that can take the most amount of punching.
Adam's got two.
Yeah.
I have two.
You've got two. You got
We're
Abaddon.
not
and
specifically
you've got,
targeting you, but it just happens to be that
Gaz.
Gaz.
Yeah, you've got two.
Gaz, Abaddon. What about Bellicor?
No, I've killed him.
No.
No.
Bellicor will
How
fall
did
over.
Bellicor escape that, but Abaddon got in on it? Like,
Angron?
Ooh.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
point. He
Yeah,
comes
Angron.
back.
Okay, now I've got three. Can I fit Bellicor on this list? I can put Bellicor on this list as well.
Bellicor and Angron.
and Abaddon.
All right, we're going to refine it. The most powerful figure you can fit under 750 points.
Oh.
Yes,
We
I
still
know.
got 4,000 of the bastards. Yeah.
I have a couple.
No, I don't. I can put a knight in, but they can get blown off the table pretty easily.
Yeah, I used to be able to just say Bobby G, but realistically, he's only
He comes
worth
back
like
too.
50 points now.
But he comes back as well.
Yeah, but only not on full wounds.
I don't know. How do Smurfs normally come back?
Through weird Eldar shenanigans.
Angron's only 360 points.
Oh, we'll have to have an Angron, Mortarion, and Magnus battle. I
No,
don't
I can-
think Magnus will
I
be
can
long for that world.
Looking at this, I can fit Angron, the Daemon Prince, the Lord Invictus, whatever his name is,
Avocado.
and demons in the list.
Lord Avocado on his Juggernaut.
Yes.
Yep.
Is it really an army when there's only 4 guys?
Oh no,
There's
like
those
there's more
four.
than that. There's
It's a
actually
Juggernaut
I
that
mean-
can fly.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They're powerful and they'll probably win, but is it really an army?
It's a Juggernaut
I'm
that
going
can
to
fly.
table
It's
you
ridiculous.
on turn 2, and then I'm going to hold all the objectives. I win.
Yeah. So, 60 episodes done. We've gone from we like to talk crap, so we thought people should hear it. To
Now we
now,
just talk crap.
It's off the app.
it's now we talk crap and people are still listening to it. We appreciate it. We truly do. And you can now subscribe and support the podcast directly. I think I've brought that up before, but let's see if I can work
Once
it
or
out
twice.
again. Buttons pressed. Oh, so close! So, someone's played the song.
Sorry, it was me.
Me.
So yeah.
Yeah. So you can support us directly, and we do appreciate any support, of course. If I forgot to announce it at the start, if you do subscribe during the episode, you'll get a mug as a birthday gift. Apart from if you're already in this podcast, that leaves Adam and Anthony out because they're regulars.
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
but I want a mug.
You are a mug.
What happens if I gift a sub? Does that count?
Gift. You can go nuts with it as much as you want.
No, it doesn't.
Jump on our Discord. There is a channel on there that actually you can put in your suggestions that you would like the Wobbly Player Syndrome podcast to talk about. We cannot guarantee expertise or sobriety, but we will have a look.
There will be rambling.
Lots of rambling. We're good at that.
Thank you, Dancing Marine. Thanks, Pronto.
I'll get my cup. I'll get my cup somehow.
I'll give you a cup, all right? Hang on. No touching. So yeah,
He'll give you a mug, all right.
if you do go to our Discord, there is a section that you can put in suggestions for the Wobbly Player that you would like to hear. We always want feedback. We want to know what you would like to hear. What's your favourite segment? If you really enjoy the new releases by Radio Mike, or if you prefer Mark after his rendition today to take over, I suggest not. But We're very open to suggestions. We're very open to suggestions. I should probably.
Glad you didn't say
rephrase
we're
that.
flexible.
Oh, we're not flexible. We're too young to be flexible. What? What else, guys? What do you want to talk about? What reminiscences? What are your favourite parts? Why are you here? Why are you doing this podcast still after 60 episodes or 23 episodes for some?
I'm looking at the other two that have been here for 60.
Well,
Yeah,
I've been for all of them.
Safe work.
Yeah,
Mark.
Mark,
Since
stick your
day
actor.
one.
I kind of started, and it kind of became habit.
Has it helped you with your hobby at all?
Probably not,
Think just...
because I'm pretty terrible, to be honest. But yeah, but it sort of kept me in the hobby a bit, because there's been sort of ebbs and flows, kind of, where there's been times where I've almost been completely removed from the hobby versus times where I'm, smashing out minis and games and everything like that. So, it's been good. I mean, recently, hearing about the changes to Tyranids in the last codex and stuff like that, it's sort of helped me keep more of a finger on the pulse of things, as it were. So, it's been good.
Not
It's
safe
similar
work,
for me,
Mark.
it's just-
The conversation
Yeah,
started
no,
up as after cricket and beer and McDonald's,
Yeah.
and here we are now after 60 episodes. 60, sorry, that was a very New Zealand accent there. 60
Yeah,
episodes. Sucks the expert. Why?
I don't know. It's, as I said, I got into it because you and Anto just kept talking about it again and again and again, and I finally got the jack of it, to be brutally honest, and walked up to the local store just to see what this fucking shit was all about. And it was something that I had actually been interested in since I was a young kid, but never got around to it because I was never able to paint due to nerve damage in the hands. And so I thought, oh, fuck it, I'll give it a go. I've got some people I know who are doing it. And that got me going, got me interested in. I got lucky and actually was very successful to start with the force I was using with Necrons. Why I'm still in it, I think it's because same as other marketers, like this edition, I have totally switched off on it. I don't like it. I don't like a lot there is to do with it, how points are gathered, or the shit that goes with it. It's my only connection to the game at the moment. I'm totally non-existent on the 40k front because it's not there for me. So it allows me to keep in contact with you guys about the game, see what's going on, and maybe keep me interested for the 10th year if it comes out and simplifies it for me.
All right, now we've got the naysayers about the game itself, 40k. What about you, Adam?
I keep getting an invite and I go, going?
It
You can't
becomes
get more
a-
complicated than that, right?
No.
Got an addiction,
but-
just can't scratch it.
And we always seem to go live on Monday the 13th.
Mm.
Lucky
No,
for
look,
some.
for me, I enjoy, obviously I don't have that much. I did play back in 2000, I think it was, but I'd never really got into it that hard, and then my son got me into it, and, sitting there talking with you guys actually gets me into wanting to paint more and stuff like that and improve myself.
Yeah.
Personally improve myself, I should say.
Personal
Which is failing
improvement.
heavily as well.
That is what we're all about here, personal improvement. Sending out the good vibes from Cloud 1992. Thank you, Cloud. Personal improvement. And that's why I'm here too, personal improvement for you guys. I'm trying to personally improve you two. 3.
Thank
with
you.
math.
Glad you said with minutes.
I have a lot of fun doing the podcast. It doesn't always make sense, but that's part of the beautiful part of this experiment, one of the two. Technical issues be damned, it won't stop me. It's been good. Look, I started my Twitch journey, I have to be at least 5 years ago now, and I thought this was just the next step. Let's talk about podcasts and stuff, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. I have rambling now. I should go away. So, what more do we need to say about happy birthday to us? That much.
Yeah.
If the listeners keep listening, we'll probably keep rambling. So let's see if we can get to 100.
We will get to 100. We'll just be the same episodes on repeat, but we'll get up to 100.
Syndication, Greg.
Should we do like an in-person one where all of us are actually in the same room for that?
I think we should do one earlier than that. I was hoping we could do it for our birthday one, but my life over the last 2 weeks just got too much to organise anything. I'm free for the next 7 weeks. Huzzah. Alright, social side of things. Mark, would you like to talk about your Instagram?
Yeah, Mark, tell us about your Instagram.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mine is at Monolithic Stuff, all one word. Mostly Age of Sigmar stuff at the moment there. Please pop on by. I don't have a lot up, but I'd love for people to see the crap that I can do because I felt that I've improved on it.
Yeah, so we'll just edit that out because he talked AOS.
Lucky.
Hi, Mike.
We'll just, instead of his words, go Age of Sigma 40k.
We'll get Big Dave's voice too to make it. Oh no, because my wife has done some voiceovers for her ads. Well, we could use her voice too.
Sounds good.
You don't quite look as good, but it's all right. It'll be visual. It won't be visual. Adam, what about your social stuff?
I think I'm Pronto 40k. I just mainly just put what I have recently painted and whatever goes into the RLG group. But yeah, I usually put whatever I paint in, and hopefully so I can use it as a library to see how I improve over the years.
Yeah. Oh, the positivities from our socials are amazing. Go to my socials. Instagram at RedBellyBlack. You will see my 40k stuff. There's a whole heap. I was on holiday, so there's a whole heap at the moment about beer because I found a microbrewery. Thank you, Wombat Brewery.
And another brewery. And the same brewery.
But yes, you will see posting of the progress that I am doing with the hobbying and all the other stuff I've actually finished. Do hit that. Our Facebook page. Please come and join us. Is RLG40K, or you could say RLG40K, your choice. But as a Facebook page, we do put up our battle reports, we do put up announcements for events and some artwork and stuff like that. Please check it out. Be great. We do hold events throughout the year. We have September is Kit Bash month. In December we have 12 days of hobbying. I'm missing one. What have I missed? I'm sure there's another one.
Was it War on Grey Plastic?
No, that's a different one. That's through someone else.
We have Tank Day or something like that, isn't it?
Sorry, Tank Day. Yes, there's Tank Day. So I can't remember the date. We need Michael
it was
to do that.
June or July or something.
Do Tank Day. And of course we do our Best Painted competition in there. Speaking of, 24th of February, I think we are having our award night. 25th of February, we are having our award night. We will have footage, if not streaming live, so make sure you keep an eye on the social media of RLG40K, Facebook and the Instagram, both the same name, and our Discord as well. It will be revealing who actually won the best painted large, the best painted squad, and the best painted character. We'll also announce who the grand winner, the ultimate person of the ladder. Gee, they're good. Who got the ladder, and of course the wooden spoon and the sports person awards. So there are awards, and it'll all be done at a pub. So what could go wrong?
It's the only way to be.
Knowing us, everything.
To quote a popular TV show, this is the way.
Yes. You can, of course, check out my streams on Twitch, twitch.com/redbelly. Tuesday, Thursday is my traditional hobby nights, and you can join me for the chat while I paint stuff. I'm working on Thousand Suns at the moment. So join me on that. I am school free for a few weeks, so I'll be organising some battle reports. Volunteers, you three, to come and join me. Yeah, no, Adam will be there. Jeez, I know that. We're going to ask
up for that.
Not Safe for Work Mark to teach me AOS. Maybe we'll do it on a stream. Not in Bathurst.
That could be bad. That could be bad. Come to Bathurst. It's fun. There's a gaming store here. Yours is better, Lewis. Trust me. Yours is a lot better.
Yes. Oh, I want to big shout out to Jolt Games, and it's Lewis, for allowing us to have our mini tournament at his place of business yesterday. If you are local to where we are, you should be playing all your games there. There you go. I expect my kickback?
What, you're going to get a free coffee?
Not that coffee. That's shit. Oh, it's all right. Go there for the games. There's a cafe across the road.
Oh, he's brave.
It's fine. It's fine.
We love you, Lewis.
You can obviously find the podcast. We talked about this earlier. You can find it everywhere. Most people find it on Spotify, but you can also listen direct to our website, which is Wobbly Player Syndrome, all one word, .buzzsprout.com. You can then also support us through that Facebook that page. You don't have to, but we would appreciate it. We do have running costs for hosting, so any recovery. Otherwise, we're just going to charge these three more for bringing them on. Anything else? I think I've run out of all the social side of stuff. We're no longer social. Cool. I should volunteer someone to do the sign off. Look at them all panic.
How do I disconnect quickly?
Wi-Fi's breaking up. Can't talk anymore.
Yeah, exactly right. I wanted to say a big shout out to all the viewers who do join us whenever we do record the episodes. We love the interaction that you provide as part of it. Some are amusing, some are the Joker Paints. No, Joker Paints is good, Blake. So we do appreciate that, and we. I think I'm rambling. I think I've done enough rambling. So one of you guys need to sign off.
All right. Well, nobody has kicked us off the air yet. Maybe they should. Maybe tune in next month for more Wobbly Player Syndrome.
You're not quite good enough, Adam.
No.
Good
Your
night,
sign
everyone.
off? Oh. Where's your sign off? I'm going to pick the three, you see. No. I'm going to go away.
Cool.
I'm going to say good night. I will be back Tuesday night and Thursday night, back to Hobby Nights, so make sure you join me. Mark 1, say good night.
It's you. Yeah. Fuck the lotties. Good night, everyone. Good night. Survive Bathurst, and I'll see you next time.
Mark, the other Mark, say good night.
Okay. See you, everyone.
Adam, say good night.
Night, and have a wonderful time.
Oh, and good night to everyone who joined us, and we will see you on episode 61 next month. I think we're talking about gatekeepers, so that's going to be interesting. Gatekeepers and the stupidity of it, I think, is the title. Should be
And
fun.
don't forget the special awards night if we can do it.
Special awards night. It'll be in 2 weeks' time as well, on the 25th Feb?
25th, 24th, or something like that.
Saturday
Sounds good.
at the end of February. So thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next month for the next episode of Wobbly Player Syndrome. I hope you enjoyed it. We're very self-indulgent today, but we didn't care. It's our birthday! Woo, woo, woo.
Happy birthday.
Look, until we do see you next time, be good to each other, and I will catch you later. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Cheers.
Bye.